People, welcome back to our YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining the channel today. Guys, please indicate in the comment section. I want to know where you are watching this video from. It is so important to me, and I equally want to say thank you so much. My people from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Cameroon, South Africa, US, UK, Pakistan, India, from all over the world, Norway, Europe, UK. Thank you so much for the love and support. So today, because of popular demand, a lot of people are complaining to me that they do not have the required amount of money, or they don't have money to study abroad. So I decided to take upon myself to do some research for you, and now this is a fully funded opportunity you should embrace, and make sure you listen to the video carefully so that you do not make errors if you really want to move to Europe. Guys, my name is Milton. If you're just watching for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by here. We make sure that we help one another with information that can add value to their life. Today's video, like I said, I'm going to be talking about a fully funded scholarship in Italy that you can apply for by July or August. But remember, you need to start the process now. And how are you going to start this process? Remember, I said it is a fully funded scholarship, and this scholarship is called Regional Scholarship in Italy. What basically happens is, when you apply for schools in Italy, most of these schools are located in regions in Italy, and every region has a scholarship called the Regional Scholarship in Italy, which grants international students with the possibility of studying for free, or maybe getting a part-time opportunity to fund their program. Now, I have talked about some other regions, and you are going to watch those videos. Please make sure you watch and understand the videos keenly so that you don't make errors, and make sure you listen to me well so that you don't make errors with this particular video. We are going to be talking about the region of Lombardy, all right? And Lombardy is a region in Italy, and its own regional scholarship is called DSU Milano. Now, for you to apply for DSU Milano when it's time, I'm going to tell you all the details very soon. You need to apply to one of these universities I'm going to be giving you now, because when you apply for one of these universities and get admissions, you can then have the access to apply to DSU Milano when it's time. Now, the list of universities you should consider, you either prepare and apply for these schools now, or if you have applied already, excellent. Or if you've gotten admissions already, excellent. All this category, in fact, you still belong to this scholarship. But if you haven't applied, check to see if they are still open. I'm going to link them down there in the video description box. It is now your duty to check to see if they are open or if they still have programs. I hope you understand. So the list of universities in the region of Lombardy in Italy that can grant you access to apply for DSU Milano, which is the regional scholarship of this particular region, they include Catholic University of Sacred Heart. If you check, you are going to see, I will link it below. Then you have the University of Milan. You also have Polytechnico of Milan. You have the University of Brescia. You have the University of Bocconi. You have University of Bergamo. These are just some few universities and the popular ones I selected to bring them here so that we can use them as examples. So if you apply to these schools and apply for DSU Milano, remember each region have its own universities that you can apply and later on apply for the regional scholarship. We have talked about the universities. Now let's take a look at who can apply, when can you apply, the things you need to know before you start the application, the documents you need to apply to these scholarships, and the benefits. First of all, this scholarship is going to commence around June or early July, and the last day to apply is October. This is the time frame where all the regional scholarships in Italy usually commence, like start. Now they usually start with the first one we call the Lazio scholarship with the region of Lazio. That is the first one that usually opens, followed by these other ones. So you have to be checking from this period so that you don't miss out. If you got admissions at the University of Palermo, then you have to be checking the scholarship. If you got admissions, or if you get admissions at this university like maybe Polytechnico de Milano, then you have to be checking DSU Milano when it's open. I hope you understand. Now let's talk about some of the things before you apply. In fact, for you to qualify to apply for these scholarships, you must not hold another scholarship from another institution in Italy. That's the first point. The second point is you must not enroll as a part-time candidate. You must enroll full-time. Yes, full-time means that you will study fully. Then you must not be a repeating student. Maybe probably you've studied in Italy before, like a bachelor's program, and you want to go study masters now. No, it doesn't work that way. You cannot get this scholarship twice, especially if you studied in Italy. It doesn't work that way. Then no degree obtained in Italy is allowed. So you must be an international student moving maybe from Africa or Asia. You cannot come from Europe, especially Italy, and you study this program, but those in Europe can equally apply. These are the things you need to know before you apply. Now, who can apply? Those who are chasing bachelor's programs, master's degrees, PhD degrees, right? You can apply. And students with low family income. Remember, I didn't mention this. These scholarships, they call regional scholarships, is given to people who have low family income, who come from poor background according to what it looks like, because they are going to give you the scholarship based on some documents I'm going to give to you very soon. So these are the people who can apply for this scholarship. Let's talk about the benefits of the scholarship before we come to the documents you need to submit for the scholarship. The benefits, number one, is you have 1 free meal per day or 2 free meals per day, depending on the region in which you are. Okay, so the region of Sicily can decide to give you maybe 1 free meal. Meanwhile, the region of Lombardy may decide to give you 2 meals per day. It depends now on individual terms. Another thing you need to know is the scholarship is going to valid for 1 academic year. This is something you need to put into consideration. And this scholarship would be given to you based on your ISEE up number. They call it ISEE up. I call it ISEE up. ISEE number. Now, how is it scholarship dependent on this? I'm going to tell you the full details of ISEE up, okay? Please just make sure you watch till the end. Now, they are going to assess some documents you are going to supply to them. Then from these documents, they will know if your family is rich, wealthy, or maybe poor, or maybe broke. Depending on the status, they are going to assess those documents. So you have to be smart. Remember, the higher your ISEE up number, the lower the amount you are going to get. The lower your ISEE up number, the higher the money you are going to get. So if you get 30 for ISEE up, you might get 7,000 euros stipend. If you get maybe 60 for ISEE up, you might get maybe 2,500, 3,000 euros stipend. So you have to be strategic here. Now, remember, this scholarship will also cover a semester you can go abroad. Either 1 or 2 semesters. It depends on what they are deciding on. Like the deciding factor. Again, the deciding factor if your ISEE up grading here. Now, the documents that you need to apply for this scholarship include your educational credentials that you use to apply to the university. Remember, the qualifying factor here is you must apply to a school, gain admissions. Then while you process your documents, you also gather these other documents I'm giving you now. Then you submit them. This is how the process goes. But before the process, the documents are your international passport, you have your family income certificate, your property certificate, your family composition certificate, bank statements or statements if you have more than 1 bank account, or if your family have more than 1 bank account, rental agreements if you have apartments you give out for rentage, or maybe divorce certificate if your parents are divorced, or death certificate if one of your parents or your parents are dead. You have to bring all of this. And let's talk about the ISEE up. What is the ISEE up? I call it ISEE up. I don't know how others are pronouncing it, but it doesn't matter. Take the information and utilize it. Then when you gather all these documents I just mentioned to you, you have to submit the documents, present them to the CAF office in the region you are applying for the school. That's the region you are going to. There is an office you have to supply these documents. Of course, when you reach Italy, everybody is going to know it, or you submit it there. And if you still decide to ship them, it all depends on you. But again, there is a deadline for the scholarship, which I told you, October. So make sure by October you've submitted your documents. You might be asking me, Milton, you are saying October and school is going to commence September. How then are we going to get the scholarship? They will decide, and if they give it to you, even if you pay tuition, it will be refunded back to you. So you don't need to bother yourself about anything, okay? ISEE up, what is it? ISEE up is then when you submit these documents to the CAF office, they are going to calculate your ISEE up from there. All right, ISEE up is the actual document needed by the Italian authorities to calculate the scholarship amount to be awarded to international students. Okay, or you can say it is calculated using family income, composition, assets, and property documents, which is the foreign equivalent of the local IC documents. Or maybe it's a single document that is given to international students, or maybe that gives international students the right for benefits in Italy. So this is what you need to know about the IC up. And now you have listened to what it means, right? Where do you get these documents that will determine your IC up? Now, where to get family income documents? 1. From authorities in your home country, as clearly stated in the specific call for applications by the various regions. So when the application is open, the various regions are going to put something on the website, the scholarship website. You will check it from there when it's time. They will put some information on the scholarship website on where you can go depending on your country of origin to get these documents. They will specify it there clearly. Now, remember, income or asset value stated in the document must be expressed in euros. So when you go there, check the documentation. Make sure when they are expressing all those things, when you are going to that location for them to express those things and give you, they should express it in euros. That's what they mean. Then the documents must be authenticated at the Foreign Affairs Ministry. So from there, you carry them to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then also translated to the Italian language. After Foreign Affairs, you now translate the documents to Italian. Remember, this is done by certified translators. Do not breach this, guys. It's so important. Then after that, you take them to the Italian consulate or embassy in your home country for them to legalize the translated documents. Then from there, you are going to get further information on how to transition with these scholarship opportunities. I hope you listen to me very well, guys. Please do not forget to share this video and like if you think the information I'm giving here makes some sense to you or it's important. Thank you so much. And now, it's not everybody who is going to do this process by getting all these documents. Some other nationalities are just going to move to the Italian consulate and get a document from them and sign. Then you take it to Italy, all right? Not everybody. And these nationalities are Sierra Leoneans, people from Sudan, Tanzanians, Zambia, Gambia, Ethiopia, Mali, Uganda, and so many others. You can find these details on the website of the scholarship before it starts. Okay, so please check all the websites, or let's say just check the links. Remember, this is the application process for websites for the scholarship. You still need to apply for your visa. All right, whether you get the scholarship early or maybe you get it when you are in school, it doesn't. Just make sure as soon as you get your admissions letter to study in Italy, do your pre-enrollment, then you start your visa application immediately alongside this information or this scholarship application. Because at the end of the day, if you get the scholarship, your tuition will be removed. You studied for free. I know a lot of people who are studying for free in Italy. Yes, this is a fact. I'm not talking about the Italian government scholarship here, guys. I'm only talking about a regional scholarship. There are other scholarships like departmental scholarship and so many of them. But let's focus on the regional scholarship because this is pretty easy. You are not doing any application online. You just do these documents, you carry them, you submit to an office, and you are good to go. All right, if they are okay, they give you the money. If you want cash, they give you cash. But again, remember the benefits I explained to you. There is a study abroad period abroad, like there is a study period abroad. Accommodation will be given to you, food will be given to you, a monthly stipend will be given to you, and so many other things that you need to know. This is only on regional basis. Okay, now I already told you that the application begins June or early July and lasts October. So it's now time for you to put in a lot of work, in such a way that you grab this scholarship and study in Italy for free. Why not? A lot of people are doing it, so you can equally do it. I believe this will help you. Till we meet again in another one. Bye.